So the question of how to lower your cholesterol is a great one. And I think the first thing we have to realize is that there's good fat and then there's bad fat. So all fat is not actually bad for you. In fact, fat is a necessary part of life. Every cell in our body has fat. Over 60% or more of our brain is fat. We need fat to survive. The key is to get good fat. And actually, good fat helps to increase the good cholesterol and helps to decrease the bad cholesterol. So what are some great sources of good fat that lowers the bad cholesterol? One of the best ones we know about is omega-3 fish oil. And this can be taken in through eating wild seafood like wild cold water fish like salmon, mackerel, herring. And this omega-3 fish oil, or you can take a supplement that's a high quality supplement or fish oil, has actually been shown to reduce inflammation. It's a strong anti-inflammatory effect, and it also has been shown to reduce triglycerides. Triglycerides are one of the fats that are actually particularly high in liver, in fatty liver disease, and also in our abdominal fat, the visceral fat, which is actually the most unhealthy belly fat that you can have. It's one of the components of metabolic syndrome, which is a common pathway to heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. So lowering triglycerides is definitely an important thing to do, and taking in omega-3 fish oils is one way to do that. Another great source of fat are plant fats, and this could include monounsaturated fats sources like avocados, pecans, almonds, extra virgin olive oil. All of these are great sources. Also even dark chocolate, as long as you don't have too much sugar in it. These are great sources of monounsaturated fat, which has actually been shown to reduce your LDL, increase your HDL, and reduce total cholesterol. So this is also another great fat to have. It also helps with insulin sensitivity, so it improves your blood sugar as well. Another good fat, that could be a bad fat depending on how it's prepared and how much you take, is saturated fat. Now, saturated fat has oftentimes been accused of being only bad and nothing good coming from it. Well, saturated fat can also, not only does it increase your LDL, which is your bad fat, it can also increase your HDL, which is good fat. So I would say eating saturated fat from more whole food, real sources rather than processed sources is probably the best way to go. So that would be your grass-fed butters, your grass-fed meats. These would be better sources of saturated fat, or coconut oil, but doing so in moderation is important. Another way to lower cholesterol, LDL, like I mentioned, there's plant foods, specifically LDL, which is a bad cholesterol, is pistachios. Eating pistachios actually can lower your LDL levels. Another piece is exercise. You can actually increase your HDL, which is your good cholesterol, by aerobic or cardiovascular exercise. Any type of exercise that gets your heart rate up will increase your good cholesterol or your HDL levels. The key here is to avoid bad fat. Bad fat includes processed meats, hydrogenated oils, which are used for increasing shelf life in processed foods, and any oil that actually is getting past the smoke point, where trans fats are formed that can basically go in and oxidize the cholesterol in our blood, leading to inflammation, ultimately leading to narrowing of our arteries and a heart attack or stroke. So utilizing those good oils as finishing oils, cooking at lower temperatures, not getting past the smoke point, and eating real foods with healthy fats and exercising are all part of a great way to lower cholesterol. One other thing to add is fiber. Fiber also lowers bad cholesterol. It binds to cholesterol that's bad, and actually you excrete it out when you go to the bathroom. So fiber is another thing that really helps. One way to get fiber, the best way, is whole fruits and whole vegetables. You can also get it from psyllium husk powder, which is another way to lower your blood pressure and also lower your LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol.